Hi everyone, this is Jessa. So tonight I'm going to show you how to use different size paste balls for sugaring. A lot of people have been getting the 2-ounce sample, which is very small, and they're trying to do large areas like um, the legs, the arms, etc., with a very small ball of paste. So this size ball, for example, is the size you would need, at least this size, for underarms. Arms might even be 1.5 of these. Legs, trying to do legs with your little sample jar is just not really feasible as far as um, making your sugar work for you. So to speed sugar on legs, you need a ball like this, almost the size of, it's actually maybe 2 golf balls. So this is like legs, you want to spread this on 1/4 of the leg at a time. And next we're going to do the face. So on a lip or an eyebrow, don't go too small with your paste. You almost want to get a little smaller than a cherry size for the face. So this would do an eyebrow or a lip. So your sample jars are best to do on small areas of the arms and legs. Don't expect your jar. You know, it's best if you want to really sample the cold paste to get an 8-ounce jar, because an 8-ounce jar can do a couple of full legs, a couple of Brazilians. The 32-ounce jar is really where you're going to get the most bang out of your services. So, anywho, those are the right paste ball sizes. This one would be for a Brazilian. It's kind of the underarm size is the Brazilian size. So you start on a Brazilian, you would start with this much paste and maybe use 2 of these for a whole Brazilian. So 2 paste balls this size will do ya. And you can also take sticks and you can flick the cold paste. So I took my glove off. I don't want to waste too many gloves while I'm filming. I'm in my classic leopard robe again doing this. I don't like to get the sugar. I'm really clean, but just for these videos, because I'm doing it on myself, I don't want to get it on my clothes, and these are my matching guys here. So this leg is clean, but it's not powdered. And to do a stick application with sugar, which is what a lot of Middle Eastern women have done, look how nice and thin it gets. This is not strip sugar, guys. This is cold sugar applied and flicked with a stick, which is a really cool concept. I've seen it in Australia, where they have these giant sticks and they do the sugaring really fast. So always go to the tallest point when you're flicking off your sugar and hold the skin tight and put pressure. Ta-da! How cool is that? You can do that on small sticks, large sticks. You can get a really big stick or spatula and you can spread this on. Check this out. And you know, I've tried this with warm paste and it just doesn't work the same as cold. So try to flick as close and flat to the skin as possible. And don't worry about the little cleanup pieces, okay? Oops. You know, what you really need is a plastic or a metal spatula that's not going to break on you and that doesn't use trees. So remember, I've also been teaching everyone how to get unstuck. So with a stick, you want to, this is also a small ball of paste. So this is getting a little stuck around the ankles. That's kind of normal. I'm going to take a paste ball, a cold one, I could either powder right now, or I can take cold paste and try to fix it. As you noticed, I have a clean glove on. People were asking me about contamination and that kind of thing. This is the coolest part of cold sugar. So you add more sugar. This is a perfect example because it got a little bit heated in a certain area of the body. Also, powder and then go around in a circle around the edges. You tap and flick all the way around in a circle when you get a little bit stuck like that. I'm not paying attention, and my old warm sugaring habits are peeping in. If you mold the cold sugar too much, it gets more gooey. So this applies at a really great, I'm actually best at sugaring with my hands because I am so used to it. The problem with the cold paste sometimes is that your hands can get really warm. So this is too small of a ball, for example, ladies, for legs. The reason why is it gets way too hot, way too fast. So you have to start with the right size ball. I have an esthetician who's cold sugared and cooked her own cold sugar for years, and she says she uses giant, balls, which means it does go further on one hand, but it also can get too warm if somebody's sweating. I don't have any oil, or excuse me, I don't have any powder on my legs, so I'm really testing the durability of this, and it's doing a great job removing all this hair. So even this is considered too small for legs. You're gonna goo out really fast and you'll be frustrated. So I'm gonna take my glove off. I'm gonna try to squeeze one more thing in. I don't have any Pellon strips. I have to go out and buy some tomorrow. But I wanna show you how the heated sugar, right here, this is set on a 4 in a sugar warmer, turns into strip sugar. You can see actually by touching it that it gets very thin, if you can see. There we go. So it gets kind of stuck on my glove. Cold sugar, oops, because I had the warm sugar on there, it heated the cold sugar. Cold sugar with a bare glove, you kind of bounce off the top. So it's a completely different consistency. And I cannot Pellon strip this off. But if I were to sugar my leg, waxing style, right here, because my hair is not thick, I would apply it in the opposite direction of growth, very thin, and I would apply my strip. I like Pellon, but get the most organic, natural, biodegradable option you can find. There's muslin too. We've tried both. This works great, but you can see how very little of the sugar you need to do legs, and the cost of this sugar, using it as wax, even if you have to purchase a warmer, which are about $100, sometimes less, $85. Even if you have to purchase a warmer, each one of these is 2 cans of traditional wax, and the cost per can is cheaper than one of the cheapest companies in the industry, Gigi. So we are really happy everything's going well. That should give you some basics on how to use the sugar as strip or paste, and use the right size paste balls. Have fun sugaring. Be sure to Skype me if you need free coaching. If you start to carry the paste, I want to offer free coaching to all the estheticians. Half-hour sessions can be scheduled at a time. Thank you. Have a great night.